Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Wagenfeld with Google Cloud. Welcome to Google Cloud Next, and thank you to our Google Orchestra composed of Bay Area Googlers. We are coming to you live from our Google Cloud campus in Silicon Valley, where I'm here with Sundar Pichai and Thomas Kurian. We have an incredible lineup over the next 3 days with live keynotes, demos, and Q&A with our leadership, and over 140 sessions covering all our cloud solutions. Our customers and partners will share how they're using Google Cloud and Google Workspace technology to tackle their greatest challenges and opportunities. We are humbled to support their work and share their stories. Thank you for being here with us. And now, please join me in welcoming Google and Alphabet CEO, Sundar Pichai.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Google Cloud Next 2021. We are happy you're here. Of course, I'd be happier if you could actually be here in person. Don't get me wrong, Thomas is great company, but he still doesn't laugh at my container jokes. So while many of us are still waiting for a return to normal, it does feel like we are on our way. The question is, will we recognize normal when we get there? The pandemic has sped up digitization in all aspects of our lives. It's changed how we visit a doctor, how our kids learn in school, and how we connect with one another. And it's made the future of work our present, giving us renewed opportunity to transform our organizations. From our work with customers, Thomas and I have learned there are 3 things that position us to be most helpful to businesses. First, our cloud platform. It's designed to help enterprises transform through digitization, built on the deep investments we've made in technical infrastructure over the past 23 years. Looking at our networking and data center investments alone, we have the largest network with the lowest latency of any cloud provider. With our expansions into Warsaw, Delhi, Melbourne, and Toronto this year, we now have 28 regions with plans for 10 more. And it's all connected by 19 subsea cables. Our Grace Hopper transatlantic cable will be the first to incorporate novel optical fiber switching. Second, our enterprise customers benefit from our consumer scale and innovation. We have a deep and broad consumer ecosystem of devices and services. YouTube connects a global community of viewers and creators. Android, Nest, Assistant, and Maps are loved by people around the world. We have the unique ability to connect consumer ecosystems with enterprise ecosystems. For example, the realistic voices and language understanding that powers Google Assistant can improve enterprise customer experiences and increase satisfaction. And the underlying visual technology that enables Google Lens to help people shop or learn about a new flower in their garden can help manufacturers identify defects. Third, we offer comprehensive security that helps organizations, including ours, protect what matters. Security is foundational to everything we do. We have a long history of building it into every layer of the computing environment. We are a pioneer of zero trust computing and have deep experience running this model at scale. On its own, any one of these pillars would be helpful to customers. Put together, they can be transformative, which is the mission of Google Cloud. We continue to drive innovation through our products. Over the past year, we have had more than 1,500 product and feature releases. That's about 4 a day. They're all designed to be helpful. From Smart Canvas in Google Workspace that makes collaboration richer, to new AI-powered industry solutions, and BigQuery Omni for data analytics across any cloud. We've also made significant partnership announcements. For example, we teamed up with global telecom leaders such as Ericsson, Nokia, and T-Systems to deliver 5G Edge and hosted computing solutions. What I'm most excited about is how our strengths in cloud, consumer, and security are helping top enterprises accelerate their transformation. Ford chose Google as their transformation partner because of our strength in consumer and cloud. Together, we are innovating in electrification, connectivity, and self-driving technologies. Ford is harnessing Google Maps to help drivers navigate, Google Assistant to help drivers concentrate, and Google Play to keep passengers learning and entertained. L'Oreal partnered across Google to build a virtual try-on experience. They are harnessing the best AI models as well as using YouTube to build a community of fans, and Google Shopping to make it easy to discover and buy their products. We are humbled that so many organizations continue to put their trust in Google Cloud, and we are committed to helping you solve the biggest challenges you face. I'll be back a little later to talk more about how we do that. But first, I'll turn the stage over to Thomas Kurian, CEO of Google Cloud, to talk more about our mission.
Thank you, Sundar. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here on Google's Silicon Valley campus today for the moment we all look forward to all year long, the opportunity to connect with you, our customers, partners, and developers, and to share all the amazing, exciting stuff we've been working on. A special thank you to all our sponsors, especially our luminary sponsors, Accenture, Atos, Maven Wave, and Deloitte. Let's first hear from some of our customers about the amazing ways in which they have accelerated transformation with Google Cloud.
The pandemic really did accelerate the digital wave of change by easily 3 to 5 years.
We transitioned to all virtual care.
We're better positioned to accelerate.
Fast forward to today, we have a truly profound, permanent structural transformation.
Now our team can look at hundreds of calls in minutes instead of weeks.
Our business has really been transformed with the help of Google Cloud. We have spikes in demand. We can scale 4 times in less than 5 minutes.
Schrödinger is transforming the way scientists are developing drugs. Chemical space is almost infinite. We can do things we couldn't do before.
Can't I just track my shipment? We think that we can help solve that for the supply chain.
How can we help workers with artificial intelligence?
Suddenly, lots of ideas become interesting.
We're very excited to develop our artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Access to innovation, the speed of innovation.
Seconds, milliseconds all matter.
We're rethinking routine and pioneering simplicity.
The partnership with Google Cloud provides us with technology that will drive us to be better.
Now, it's not a secret that many of the biggest and most innovative technology companies, leaders such as Spotify, Twitter, Shopify, Mercado Libre, ShareChat, Dapper Labs, and so many other exciting startups and tech leaders choose Google Cloud to help them build, scale, and innovate. Still, other customers are transforming using our purpose-built industry solutions. The Home Depot, for instance, used contact center AI to reduce customer resolution time by 91 million minutes. Procter & Gamble creates personalized omni-channel journeys from over 275 million consumer records. IKEA Retail used recommendations AI to increase e-commerce click-through rates by 30% and increase order value by 2%. FIH, a Foxconn company, used visual inspection to identify defects 10 times more accurately. Mr. Cooper, a leading mortgage services provider, used document AI to process mortgage documents 400% more efficiently. And Bank of New York Mellon developed a liquidity solution that predicts nearly 40% of securities settlement failures with 90% accuracy. We're helping many businesses drive durable innovation through long-term partnerships with Google's Transformation Cloud. Now, to help them transform, we focus on 5 key themes. One, are we the best at understanding and using data in our industry? Two, do we have the industry's leading technology infrastructure? Three, are we creating the best hybrid workplace for our passionate and talented employees? Four, do we know that our data, systems, and users are secure now and that they will be secure in the future? And five, are we working together to address the most important challenges facing our world today? We help organizations address these important questions. Let's start with the first question. Are we the best at understanding and using data in an industry? We help organizations unify their data across multiple clouds and silos, combining structured and unstructured data and making data every employee's superpower. Using data analytics and AI together, Schrödinger accelerated clinical drug discovery by 60%, finding new breakthroughs faster. Like many states around the United States, the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development confronted a wave of new unemployment claims. Using Google's data cloud, they clear over 750,000 unemployment claims, reducing claim times from weeks to just days, and dispersing over $2 billion in unemployment benefits. Walmart is transforming the experience for the approximately 220 million shoppers around the globe who visit a Walmart store, club, or e-commerce website each week. I'm honored today to welcome Suresh Kumar, Executive Vice President, Walmart's Global Chief Technology Officer and Chief Development Officer.
Hi, Thomas, and hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here today to share about how we at Walmart are innovating on behalf of our customers, our associates, and the role that our partners like you, Google, have played in our innovation journey. Now, I came to Walmart at a time of incredible digital transformation, and jointly with my team, created a robust execution plan to accelerate the transformation across 3 areas: building great customer experiences, optimizing our business, and modernizing our platform and our infrastructure. Each of these 3 priorities are individually important, but when you bring them together at the scale of a business like Walmart, it has a massive impact. If you move with speed, you can completely transform global operations and disrupt entire industries. Some of our most data-intensive or critical decisioning process are getting the big query treatment. Through this, not only are we seeing significant savings that will continue as we migrate more and more data over, we are also seeing the ability to use the data in interesting ways, including enabling analytics at scale and turning data into actionable insights. From a data migration to BigQuery standpoint, 97% of the tables used for data warehouse have already migrated to the cloud. And 30% of the big data have been migrated, with plans to almost double that by the end of this fiscal year. And the cherry on the top is that BigQuery has allowed us to integrate with pretty much any data visualization tool and analytics tool that's out there, thereby improving our processing time by 23%, and of course, needless to say, a much better user experience. Using BigQuery has had a direct impact on our business. An excellent example is our ability to close our financial books in 3 days instead of 5 days, and that's a pretty big deal. Leveraging our cloud has enabled us to unleash the potential of AI across our entire business. This goes from predicting demand to managing in-stock levels to optimizing supply chain to freeing up time for our associates to serve our customers. As one example, Express Delivery, which is our 2-hour delivery service, which we launched last year, actively uses AI behind the scenes as the customer is creating their order. Multiple algorithms work in unison to optimize the delivery route and determine if the customer is eligible for express delivery. We are building our own AI and ML capabilities to power multiple areas of our business, including classification, natural language processing, forecasting, regression, computer vision, predictions, process automations, and a whole lot more. So to wrap up, I'm really excited about the opportunity Walmart has to drive innovation and to further disrupt the retail industry. I hope you will agree that our work together is making a huge difference for our customers and our associates. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Suresh. Tens of thousands of incredible organizations like Walmart choose Google's Data Cloud for 4 reasons. First, Google's Data Cloud is the most complete and unified data and AI platform to help you manage every stage of the data lifecycle, from running operational transactions to developing analytical applications. We help customers unify data lakes and warehouses as data lakehouses to reduce complexity and to combine structured and unstructured data. Built-in data science and AI with support for MapReduce, Spark, and Presto enables continuous learning and experimentation. And we support real-time streaming that natively uses open source standards like Beam and Flink. Google's Data Cloud is also unmatched for speed, scale, security, and reliability. BigQuery, one of the most successful and beloved data warehouse solutions, with its unique serverless approach, during a typical week, helps more than 3,000 different organizations analyze more than 200 petabytes of data. And thousands of customers use Dataproc to run Spark and Hadoop clusters easily. Spanner, a fully managed relational database with unlimited scale and multi-zone and multi-region consistency, serves more than 1 billion requests per second and provides a 5.9 SLA. Google Data Cloud's Vertex AI offers the AI pioneered at Google Research and DeepMind so that every data scientist and ML engineer can now build, deploy, and scale AI models faster and with 80% less code, using AI the same way Google does. For instance, GE Appliances, an appliance manufacturing leader for more than a century, is using Google Cloud, including AI at the edge, to build innovative digital products with over-the-air updates. Finally, Google's Data Cloud is more open standards-based. You can choose from Postgres, MySQL, Redis, MongoDB, or migrate from Oracle or SQL Server. And we have strategic partners with leading data-driven applications. For instance, C3 AI has made its entire lineup of AI-based applications available on Google Cloud. Our customers can analyze, govern, and visualize data from many databases and storage systems on Google or other clouds, including all of Google's databases, Google Sheets, and BigQuery, using Looker, our premier BI and embedded analytics solution. Today, we're thrilled and excited to announce that we'll be integrating Tableau, a leader in data visualization, with Looker, Google Sheets, and BigQuery. Tableau customers will soon be able to use Looker's semantic model, enabling new levels of data governance and access to data. Let's take a look at this. Alex, over to you.
Thank you, Thomas. In this demo, we're going to show you how you can seamlessly use Looker and Tableau together to answer your critical business questions. Let's say I work at an e-commerce company and our Looker model provides a consistent view across the organization for our most important business metrics. Here, for example, you can see the definition for gross margin. Our Looker dashboard is based on that same semantic model. Since it provides trusted insights at a glance, I can immediately see that sales are up. However, did I miss anything? Let's find out. Say I'm more comfortable working in spreadsheets. I can now take advantage of the new integration between Looker and Google Sheets. With a couple of clicks, I have access to my governed and trusted Looker data in Sheets, and I can easily connect to my data models. To understand which factors are impacting sales, I'll drag and drop fields from my model into a pivot table to break out sales by category over time. Since it's pulling from Looker, I can trust that all the data definitions are consistent. I can use familiar Sheets formulas and formatting to get insights faster and understand how specific products are selling. We see a notable downward trend month over month for activewear. I want to share these findings with my marketing team who's using Tableau. Now I can use the new Tableau and Looker integration to combine data from my Looker data model with marketing data to build a more comprehensive view of my business. Next, I'm going to plot sales by category and then add marketing spend to the view. Tableau makes it easy for me to drill down on relevant data. Now I can see that social marketing spend was significantly lower for activewear, and this is why there's a downward trend in activewear sales. I'm going to publish this result on Tableau online and tag my marketing team so they can take action. Leveraging integrations between Tableau, Sheets, and Looker allows our teams to build powerful visualizations using trusted data. We can then share these visualizations throughout our organization to drive informed decisions, action, and impact. Back over to you, Thomas.
Thank you, Alex. The second question customers ask, do we have industry-leading technology infrastructure? We're experiencing great momentum with our open infrastructure cloud. Many of the most demanding and technically advanced customers in the world disproportionately choose us. Take, for example, leading media companies and streaming services such as Univision and Global, the largest media group in Latin America. They use our high-performance networking, computing, and storage to broadcast media, including live events, such as the recent Tokyo Olympics. Leading telecommunications companies are also choosing Google Cloud. Reliance Jio, the world's second largest mobile carrier, is automating its 5G network. Vodafone is processing over 1 billion network events each day. AT&T is delivering new multi-access edge computing solutions, and TELUS is migrating critical IT and network workloads, all to Google Cloud. Leading data management companies, including Databricks, Redis, Cockroach Labs, Couchbase, Elastic, Influx Data, MariaDB, MongoDB, Neo4j, and SingleStore, are all growing faster on Google Cloud than on any other cloud. And they love our storage scalability and advanced infrastructure. MongoDB, for instance, has more net new customers via Google Cloud Marketplace than on any other cloud. Leading cybersecurity companies such as Palo Alto Networks, Exabeam, F5 Shape, Splunk, Broadcom, and ForgeRock are also choosing Google Cloud for its performance, global scale, and underlying security. Customers are migrating and transforming SAP and VMware workloads to Google Cloud. In just the last year, we've added 3 times the number of SAP customers as the prior year, and we're accelerating. PayPal, for instance, has an SAP HANA scale-out system supporting 40 million business transactions daily, 200 billion records touched in just 30 seconds. Mitel in Canada migrated over 1,000 VMware virtual machines in less than 90 days to Google Cloud VMware Engine. Neelas, an API platform company, chose our Tau virtual machines along with Google Kubernetes Engine as they saw over 40% better price performance than in a competitor. Customers choose our open cloud infrastructure for 3 main reasons. First, we make your path to migrate and modernize using the cloud easy with migration tools, new serverless and container capabilities, and managed services as your developers spend more time building experiences that your customers love. Second, we offer transformative capabilities with cutting-edge performance and security. And our network offers 3 times the throughput of other cloud providers. Third, we remain and were the very first and only cloud provider with a clear multi-cloud strategy. We provide you with a consistent developer experience built on open source to write once and deploy anywhere. Many customers like Plaid, a financial services leader, use Anthos to deploy, operate, and manage applications across multiple clouds. Recently, we introduced Anthos for virtual machines, standardizing the way that you manage applications across both virtual machines and containers. For multi-cloud data, BigQuery Omni lets customers analyze data across Google Cloud, AWS, and Azure. With it, Johnson & Johnson, for instance, was able to combine data in Google Cloud and AWS S3 using BigQuery Omni without needing to migrate data. Customers also want to expand where they use Google Cloud, whether in their private data centers or out on the edge. For instance, some workloads cannot move to the public cloud entirely due to the need for large amounts of local data processing, extremely low latency, or strict regulations. To solve these challenges, we're announcing today Google Distributed Cloud, a portfolio of hardware and software solutions that extend our infrastructure to the edge and even into your own data center. To tell you more about it, please welcome Inez from our Google Cloud Distributed Cloud team.
Thank you, Thomas. Google Distributed Cloud is a set of fully managed services running on Google managed hardware. Based on open APIs and built on Anthos, it gives customers greater deployment flexibility and ensures more consistent operations across hybrid and multi-cloud environments, more than any other cloud provider. There are 4 deployment scenarios, depending on your specific needs. Google's Network Edge. This allows customers to leverage over 140 network edge locations around the world. Operator Edge. This scenario is designed to accommodate emerging services and applications with stringent latency and reliability requirements for a specific operator. Customer Edge. This scenario supports customer-owned edge locations, such as retail stores, factory floors, or branch offices, which require localized compute and processing. And finally, customer data centers. This deployment option is specific to customer-owned data centers and colo facilities. Google Distributed Cloud also includes a hosted mode to run sensitive workloads and address data sovereignty, security, and privacy requirements. It does not require connectivity to Google Cloud at any time to manage infrastructure, services, APIs, or tooling. You have the choice to manage it yourself or host through a designated trusted partner. Back to you, Thomas.
Thank you, Inez. Partners like HPE, Dell, Cisco, and NetApp are key as we deploy Google Distributed Cloud globally on best-in-class hardware. I'm pleased to announce the expansion of our partnership with Network Appliance in 2 important ways. First, NetApp is our primary partner supporting Google's Distributed Cloud storage infrastructure. Second, for customers using Google Cloud VMware Engine, they now have preview access for NetApp Cloud Volumes. We are the only hyperscaler to provide customers with this choice. Deep partnerships with T-Systems and Thales have also enabled us to address the evolving sovereignty requirements for cloud technology in Germany and France. The next question we hear is how can we provide the best environment to help employees create and innovate together, especially in a hybrid workplace. Hybrid is redefining how we all work, making it less about where we work, but more about the quality of our experience. Studies estimate that more than 48% of employees will work remotely post-COVID. Google Workspace is the best platform for hybrid work, with simple, powerful, and secure tools to help people communicate and collaborate with one another, no matter where they are. We introduced Smart Canvas to help content creators remove friction from workflows and enable teams to stay connected outside of meetings to foster well-being and reduce video call fatigue. We made communication and collaboration completely seamless. For instance, users can easily present and collaborate in meetings, create meeting notes from their calendar, present in Meet directly from doc sheets or slides, and collaborate directly from chat and Spaces. We optimize collaboration from all mobile devices to provide great experiences for frontline workers who make up 80% of the global workforce. One of America's largest hospital systems, Common Spirit Health, is advancing its mission during the pandemic by making its frontline doctors and nurses productive with Google Workspace. Since hybrid work has removed the notion of a physical location for work, Google Workspace created Spaces, a unified digital location for work. Today, more than 3 billion users move securely and seamlessly between mail, chat, audio, video, and now Spaces. And you too can choose among the over 5,300 public apps in our marketplace, and you can also add thousands of private apps to enhance your workspace. Now, I want to step aside for just a minute and tell you about a hidden secret in our portfolio of products. AppSheet, our no-code platform that makes it easy for everyone, not just professional developers, to build amazing apps and workflows. For instance, property managers at Carrefour Properties used AppSheet to build a mobile app to log, track, and resolve problems with headquarters, replacing a multi-step manual process. We're also partnering with Citrix because employees sometimes need access to Windows and Mac OS applications and desktops directly served from the cloud. We're expanding our partnership with Citrix today to deliver an integrated desktop as a service solution purpose-built on Google Cloud. Now, customers ask us, do we know that our data, systems, and users are secure? And how do we keep them secure in the future? You know, as more digital users access more data from more locations, the risk of cybersecurity breaches is accelerating. By pioneering new approaches to security, Google keeps more people safe online than anyone else in the world. Take, for instance, JetBlue. It's keeping its systems secure, protecting the data of all its travelers, and modernizing its security operations using Chronicle to detect threats across petabytes of security telemetry, eliminating data blind spots. Commerzbank, one of Germany's largest banks, is using our new Certificate Authority service to verify machine and workload identity, improving security, simplifying operations, eliminating entire classes of threats. Secure by default drives customers to choose Google Cloud. First, we've implemented Zero Trust at the core of our services and our operations, enabling you to trust nothing. Second, we've built cloud-scale threat detection and response, allowing you to detect everything. And third, we know it's not just about tools. We provide the advisory services you need to transform security operations. We keep customers safe with Beyond Corp Enterprise, which enables Zero Trust access for all you users. Today, we're expanding Beyond Corp to all your applications, modern and legacy, web and desktop, and even to production environments. We keep customers safe by eliminating software supply chain vulnerabilities. Over the past 2 decades, we pioneered an approach to secure our own software supply chain. We are now making that technology available through the SALSA open source framework and as managed services on our cloud to help you secure your own software supply chain. We keep customers safe by integrating Chronicle's threat detection capability with our security command center, allowing you to respond faster to potential risks. And we keep customers safe by bringing our security expertise to you with our Google Cybersecurity Action Team, a team of our leading security experts who can help shape your security transformation, from your very first implementation through responding to a major incident and engineering new solutions as needs change. Finally, we continue to expand our security ecosystem with companies like Fortinet, Palo Alto Networks, Thales, and so many more. Today, I'd like to welcome a new security partner, Cybereason, with whom we are collaborating to deliver a new extended detection and response offering that will combine Chronicle's capability with Cybereason's MalOps engine for faster, easier threat detection and response. Our products, our new cybersecurity action team, and our partnerships all make the world safer from cyber threats. To talk more about how we help keep each and every one of you secure and how we're addressing some of the most important challenges facing our world, I'd like to invite Sundar back. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. Security is top of mind for businesses of all sizes, as well as the public sector. And despite the progress that has been made in cybersecurity, large-scale breaches continue to make headlines. That's why in August, Google announced we will invest $10 billion over the next 5 years to strengthen cybersecurity. That includes expanding zero trust programs, helping secure the software supply chain, and enhancing open source security. A new challenge is keeping collaboration secure and private as we move to hybrid work environments. To help, we are introducing a new Work Safer program. It provides the highest level of security for your email, meetings, messaging, and more, and brings together Google Workspace with Titan Security Keys, BeyondCorp, and other secure technologies, products, and partners. Now, every kind of organization and business can access the same security protections that make work safer at Google. Security is an issue that affects us all. And this brings us to the last question Thomas posed. Are we addressing the most important challenges facing our world? Climate change is one of the most profound challenges we face. It'll take all of us working together to solve it. Sustainability has been a core value for us for more than 2 decades. Google has been carbon neutral since 2007, and we've matched our operations with 100% renewable energy over 4 consecutive years. Last year, we set out to make our 3rd decade of climate action our biggest yet. That included a bold commitment to operate on 24/7 carbon-free energy across our offices and data centers by 2030. And last week, we announced new ways we are helping 1 billion people make more sustainable choices. When it comes to enterprises, one of the most important sustainability choices is where to run your technology. IDC predicts cloud migrations over the next 4 years could reduce carbon emissions by over 1 billion metric tons, or the equivalent of removing 200 million cars off the road for a year. We are proud that Google Cloud is the cleanest cloud in the industry. Earlier this year, we introduced a way for customers to choose the cleanest regions to run their workloads. Today, we are expanding our portfolio of solutions and partnerships to help reduce your carbon footprint. First, we are focused on giving you greater transparency around carbon emissions data. We are announcing Carbon Footprint, a new service to measure, track, and report the gross carbon emissions associated with your Google Cloud usage. Having this data at your fingertips is really important. And we know that many customers track sustainability data in other places. That's why I'm happy to announce that Google Cloud emission data will integrate directly into Salesforce Sustainability Cloud. We also want to give you the tools to act on that data. So today, we are introducing a new tool that will alert you when you have idle workloads and make recommendations to reduce carbon emissions. It's all part of our goal to help make your cloud transformation secure and sustainable and solve for what's next. So on behalf of Thomas and myself, let me thank you once again for trusting us to be a partner with you on this journey. And we hope you enjoy the next 3 days. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to our very first Spotlight. I hope you enjoyed the opening keynote. For the next hour, we will be diving into all things data. I'm Stephanie Wong, a developer advocate, and I'm here with Garrett Kasmeyer, who leads database, analytics, and BI solutions at Google Cloud.
Thanks, Stephanie. I'm very excited to be here and to share with everyone what we have been working on. The team thought we start on the light side of things here and start with a joke, one of my favorite jokes, actually. So here it goes. A SQL query walks into a bar and approaches 2 tables and asks, "Can I join you?" Okay, I guess we roll the video instead.
Innovation is a huge challenge in baseball. The current MLB fan expects us to be relevant.
Customers call us, patients call us, members call us, and you can imagine a team that's just buried under the weight of thousands of call recordings.
We look at so much data. Everything you can imagine, we analyze.
Frankly, we spend 70% of our time just trying to capture it and trying to sift through it.
We're expecting to transfer around 300 to 400 petabytes to the cloud. It's hard to even describe how big that is. Google Cloud was very impressive to us. It allowed us flexibility in storage and compute scaling.
Google Cloud provides us with technology that will drive us to be better.
Now our team can look at hundreds of calls a day in minutes instead of weeks.
With Google Cloud, we're going to be able to spend our time analyzing in real time and using the data that we've been collecting.
We thought Google Cloud was the best partner for us.
I think this is very much going to be an open and evolving long-term relationship between Google and Twitter.
It's a perfect fit with Google Cloud as we go forward.
Google's made it possible for us to reach exceptional customer experience in a way that hasn't been done before.
And welcome back. So what are we solving for today? This Spotlight session is about how to leverage data as your most strategic business asset, especially as you adapt to and anticipate change. Data has the power to transform stagnant businesses into profitable ones, streamline operations to improve people's lives, and identify areas of waste to radically reduce unnecessary spending. It can be used to solve businesses and world problems, both the simple ones and the ones that keep people up at night. It has the potential to accelerate progress faster than a think tank or world summit, and it's largely untapped. As you learn more about Google Cloud capabilities and make progress on your data cloud journey, you can unlock your own 10x mindset as external factors accelerate the pace of change. Never before have we faced this much uncertainty, and now is the time when every company can turn data into an ability. The reality today is that too many companies struggle to remove the barriers to turn data into intelligence.
This is exactly what we are seeing with our customers. Turning data into intelligence and delivering value is no longer a nice to have. It is essential. A recent study shows that only 32% of the companies surveyed gain value from their data investments. And this is the result of difficult to access, slow, unreliable, complex, and fragmented systems. Many companies just feel overwhelmed with the demand for the various types of working with data and of doing it at scale. They feel walled in with a lack of integration, a lack of openness, a lack of portability, and very poor APIs. It is time to reimagine our data cloud strategy that is unlocking your data advantage. Build great applications that understand and interact with your customer on operational databases that scale to billions of queries per second, react on any event in real time and process millions of data streams, analyze petabytes of data without sizing or tuning your data warehouse anymore, and ultimately optimize your processes with hundreds of machine learning models in production. This is how you unlock your data cloud and unlock your data advantage. To build your data cloud, you need your systems to be simple. And this requires a partner that meets you where you are today and helps you to mature where you want to be, but at your own pace. Making the complex simple is our business. It has been for decades, building systems that mask the complexity of the entire internet behind a simple single interface and building applications with billions of users. It all runs on data and analytics. So you can say that data is our DNA. And we can't predict the future, but we can plan for it. And we are deeply grateful to work with tens of thousands of organizations who build their data clouds on Google Cloud and unlock ultimately their data advantage from databases to analytics, to streams, to lakes, to AI, and build a unified data cloud together with us.
It's leaders like you who are accelerating their use of data to transform complexity into simplicity. This week at Next, you'll hear from leading organizations that have chosen Google Cloud for their data cloud strategy over market alternatives. Verizon Media is one of these customers. Verizon uses BigQuery and Looker to scale their massive enterprise media warehouse, supporting monthly scans of more than 1 exabyte of data. The performance improvements include 90% plus productivity improvements across the board and lower overall TCO compared to other cloud providers. Almost overnight, traffic to chess.com tripled. The pandemic and successful series, The Queen's Gambit, created a perfect storm. 10 years worth of growth occurred in just 6 months, and daily active users rose from 280,000 to more than 1 million. There's no way to handle that surge without the move to Google Cloud. Using BigQuery's near infinite ability to scale in response to demand, this meant that chess.com didn't have to forecast site traffic and worry about unexpected surges or waste money by over-provisioning servers that go unused.
Take AutoTrader. It's UK's largest online automotive marketplace, and they were able to migrate more than 60% of their current Oracle footprint to Cloud SQL. AutoTrader builds their data cloud by leveraging Cloud SQL, BigQuery, and Looker to deliver access to their data to all of their users. And with Cloud SQL as a fully managed service, AutoTrader release cadence has improved by over 130% year over year, enabling an impressive peak of more than 450 releases to production on a single day. And this is how you build your data advantage.
When Cardinal Health migrated to Google Cloud, they enabled disaster recovery, increased their ability to respond to business challenges, and leveraged machine learning to drive business efficiencies, all while reducing their costs by 25%. We would like to welcome Ray Bajaj, CTO of Cardinal Health, to share their data transformation story. Ray, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks, Stephanie, and I'm really happy to be here today. Cardinal Health is a pioneer in the healthcare industry for leveraging the cloud as our primary source of infrastructure, achieving our cloud transformation journey goal with more than 80% of our workload fully migrated onto the cloud. Our journey to Google Cloud started in 2018. Leveraging the security and flexibility of Google Cloud allows us to scale and innovate at lower cost, which empowers our organization to focus on building the future of healthcare and driving better outcomes across the healthcare ecosystem.
So why Google Cloud?
With Google, we can deliver modern data insights capabilities to our engineering teams so that they can transform our core business while also improving the customer experience, helping the organization evolve in the adjacent areas of healthcare. We also selected Google Cloud because of its ability to partner with SAP and run massive ERP workloads reliably.
Now, what outcomes have you been able to realize as a result of this?
We leverage Google's Looker and BigQuery to develop Episode Analytics, a data-driven predictive cost tracking tool that enables community oncology practices to accurately measure the cost of care and provides clearer insights into value-based performance.
Well, Ray, Cardinal is clearly at the forefront of these shifts, and we can't wait to see what's in store for you. So thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Organizations like Cardinal Health are solving complex challenges with Google Cloud. But what is holding others back from using data to accelerate innovation? Companies are looking for solutions that can simplify their data landscape to move from a state where every scenario requires a new tool to an agile platform that combines data analytics, databases, data engineering and science, security and governance into a single platform. To move from data at rest to a platform where data is accessible in real time.
Our vision is to provide a platform that allows data to unfold its full potential, ultimately enabling us to reach new horizons ranging from newly built digital experiences, products, and business models, to advanced machine learning and AI, to ultimately empowering humans to reason beyond their own biological capacity. And we have built the industry's most simple, intelligent, and best integrated cloud data platform that enables businesses to fuel their own digital transformation. And this is how you unlock your data advantage to seize new opportunities, improve operational efficiencies, and deliver new user experiences that delight customers, partners, and your employees. Thanks to you, our customers and partners, Google's data platform is one of the fastest growing clouds, fueled by the demand for products like BigQuery. And here comes the most exciting part. Today, we are excited to announce a number of new product innovations. And the first announcement goes out to all of the data engineers in the world who are using Spark on Google Cloud. Open standards are at the heart of our data cloud strategy, and at Google, we follow an open approach that enables flexibility and choice. And today, I am excited to announce Project Big Spark. It is the world's first auto-scaling serverless Spark service in existence. And regardless of whether you are a BigQuery user, a Dataproc user, or a Cloud AI user, we have created an integrated ecosystem around Spark, the de facto standard for data engineering workloads. We want to make it easy for you to onboard on our platform with Spark and never limit your ambition with data science and data engineering.
Our long history in the open source community has shown us that betting on the community first is always the right strategy to give our customers portability and optionality. We're excited to make Spark a first-class citizen on our platform and to automate the productionalization of your data engineering and data science workloads.
The next announcement goes to all of the data scientists. As enterprises consolidate their data platforms, the distinction between advanced analytics and data science and machine learning is really diminishing. Today, more than ever, data scientists are looking for a unified interface to be able to seamlessly connect their entire data estate and also run all explorations with SQL, Spark, and other machine learning libraries. With Vertex AI, we have simplified the experience for data scientists with 80% less code required to train a model compared to any other platform. As a part of Google's Vertex AI strategy, I am happy to announce the preview of AI Notebook for Vertex AI that offers a fully managed, scalable, an enterprise-grade IDE combined with easily enforceable policies and user management.
These AI notebook innovations are great examples of Google bringing together the power of data and AI. Google truly aims to fast-track innovation by eliminating the need for data scientists to shift context between aspects like data analytics, data science, and machine learning.
That is right on. And here is an exciting announcement to all of the developers. We are adding a Postgres interface for Spanner, which continues our commitment to openness and reinforces our efforts to democratize the access to Spanner. With this new Postgres interface, enterprises can take advantage of Spanner's unmatched global scale, 5 nines of availability, and strong consistency using skills and tools from the popular Postgres ecosystem. And starting today, you can create a Spanner database that uses PostgreSQL dialect and connect with its OpenWire protocol. This interface supports Spanner's rich feature set using the most popular Postgres data types and SQL features, and thus democratizing access to Spanner for millions of developers out there. Our commitment to the ecosystem has been long-standing, with ongoing support for Cloud SQL for MySQL, Postgres, and SQL Server, so you can lift and shift your databases. Our mission with Cloud SQL is compatibility, and we were the first cloud provider to support Postgres 13.
These announcements are so exciting because Postgres has emerged as a popular choice for operational databases. Postgres is known and loved for its stability and feature set and has built an active and growing ecosystem of developers and tools. Our investments in Postgres are a step in the right direction to continue meeting developers where they are with the tools they love.
We are excited to announce new ways to help organizations going beyond traditional business intelligence to analyze, access, and act on data. Looker continues to integrate with the other offerings in our portfolio, as well as continues to innovate with their core product. And to address the needs, we are continuing to simplify the experience across BigQuery, Looker, and Data Studio, together with connected sheets. Today, we are announcing new enhancements which bring the reality of augmented analytics to more people with Looker's solution for contact center AI to help businesses leverage AI and converse naturally with customers and deliver outstanding experiences. We are also announcing a new Looker block for healthcare NLP AI, which creates a user interface to advanced AI and natural language functionality. And this helps healthcare providers to gain deeper understandings of their patient data.
Part of the secret sauce lies in Looker's in-database architecture and the semantic layer, which makes it possible for business users to trust data no matter how they experience it, via a dashboard, email or text alert, or even a custom application. We are excited for these recent innovations, but we couldn't do this alone. Together with our community of customers, partners, and developers, we are delivering innovation across a variety of use cases. We are able to create new solutions and accelerate your journey to transform data into value.
Next, I want to announce an important partnership with Informatica. We have partnered with Informatica to help hundreds of customers succeed with their journey to the cloud. Together, we are helping customers move mission-critical workloads to the cloud and integrate with Google Cloud technologies such as BigQuery. Today, we are excited to announce that we are deepening our partnership with Informatica even more. First, for existing Informatica Power Center customers, we are so pleased to announce our Migration Factory, which will help to accelerate migration of data-driven workloads to Google Cloud with Informatica Cloud. Second, we are pleased to announce our new services on Google Cloud's Marketplace, which will include Informatica's integration and enterprise data catalog offerings. And we are continuing to invest in key product integrations with Databricks. Our engineering and product teams continue to work together to deliver the joint roadmap, and we have multiple customers using our latest enterprise security and performance enhancements of Databricks on GKE. In Q4, we will also deliver Databricks SQL, Databricks Photon on Google Cloud, as well as we are launching new data center regions together in EMEA and APAC. Our AI teams are engaged to allow customers to experiment and develop models on Databricks and Vertex AI together, and deploy models at scale into production with Vertex MLOps Suite.
So much goodness. Okay, before we get into the live demo, I recommend tuning in to more sessions to hear from all our customers this week. Join the Chief Data Officer panel discussion and listen to our product strategy sessions for database, data analytics, BI, and AI.
We can't wait to hear from you, connect with you, join us in our community, and share your expertise and ask your questions. But most importantly, start to build your data cloud and unlock your data advantage. Okay, time now to get hands-on and check out our products in real action. Join us for a live demo and interact with our experts and one another. And then stick around for the live Q&A following the demo. I see you there.
Hi everybody, I'm Leah.
And I'm Nikita.
And welcome to the Data Cloud live demo. If you're just joining us from this morning's keynote and spotlight, you heard some of the latest innovations we launched. Earth Engine, Spark on Google Cloud, PostgreSQL interface for Spanner, and Vertex AI Workbench, all to help organizations solve their most complex data-driven challenges. In this live demo, we're going to take complex, fragmented data systems and simplify them, bringing together data on a massive scale to explore a real-world scenario for climate and supply chain analytics.
In order to do this, we're going to need the whole data team. Say hi, everyone.
Hello, I'm Brad.
Hi, I'm Derek.
Now, a quick reminder, this demo is truly live and you can engage with us directly. So ask questions, say hi in the chat window, and hit those emojis.
I think I see some coming in now. I see lots of hearts and fire, a lot of people saying hello in the chat. Thanks everyone for joining us today. So if you can't see the emojis or the chat, just go back to the next event website and click on the blue Join the Interactive Experience button.
Okay, let's have a little fun with this. Today, you're actually joining us for our weekly stand-up at Symbol Superstore, a fictional US-based grocery chain focused on sourcing from local producers. Like many different industries, we need to bring together disparate data sources to build resilience. Specifically for us, drought in the Western US has impacted our producers, and our supply chain has been disrupted with decreased shipments week over week. We need to better understand how to manage inventory and to prevent stockouts, and ensure we can scale in both how we analyze information and how we run our transactions.
All right, team, so to address the supply and scale challenges that Nikita just mentioned, we have 4 different workloads. First, I'm going to evaluate the best climate information to identify at-risk producers. Then Brad will mature our data pipelines to transform that data. Next, Derek will dig into scaling our transaction processing. And finally, Nikita will show how we're gaining new insights by evolving our data science capabilities.
Let's get into it, and let's keep hearing from all of you out there, our data pros. Leah, you're up first.
Great, thanks, Nikita. So in order to gain insight into our supply chain, first I need to evaluate the risks. So I'm focusing on figuring out how drought impacts the very source of our grocery products. And to do this, I turn to Google's platform for earth science data and analytics, Earth Engine, which has a huge catalog of satellite images for things like climate, weather, croplands, and much more. There's currently over 50 petabytes of data in the catalog. Plus, more and more images are added each day. So let me just go ahead and bring up this cool little application that I built using the Earth Engine code editor, so I can walk you through the 3 data sets we'll be using today. First is going to be crop data from the USDA NASS program, which I can grab right from the public data catalog by searching. So this data set is going to contain one image of the US for each year, going back all the way to 1997. And each 10-meter pixel in this image has actually been assigned a crop type. Let me just close out of this here, bring you back to my app. So the second data set contains the outline of agricultural fields. And we're going to use Earth Engine to assign each one of these fields the crop type that is most prevalent among the cells that cover it. So in this view that I'm showing right here, the pink fields are alfalfa and the dark green fields are almonds.
Leah, these visuals are super helpful, but could we export this data for analysis in other environments?
Yep, I'm actually going to push this into cloud storage and BigQuery in just a sec, but first I want to add in some additional signals on drought. So the third data set that I'm using is a collection of both short and long-term drought indicators, meaning that we can see what drought looks like for each field over time. Now, using data sets like these does require some deep subject matter expertise. So special thanks to our real-world partners at Climate Engine, who build solutions on top of Earth Engine's API, helping organizations ground their analytics projects with scientifically accepted methodologies. Okay, so you just saw how we use geospatial data, and I want to know how you use it in your analysis. So go ahead and answer that poll so we can see. All right, everyone, so with these layers in place, we can start exploring drought risk. Let me just go ahead and zoom to this field. And here I'm going to show an almond orchard northeast of Modesto, California. And what we're looking at is the long-term drought indicator. So this orange tint that you're seeing means that this field has experienced pretty high levels of drought over the last 5 years. Now, if I go ahead and just zoom out a bit, we can actually see that the entire Central Valley in California is pretty drought stressed. So my last step was to calculate drought risk for each of the fields I showed before. And this will tell us which farms and produce types are potentially at risk for not meeting customer demand, which is just one consideration to inform Symbol's resilience strategy. Better yet, we can incorporate this geography data with other spatial stuff like store and customer locations that are already inside of BigQuery. And anyone who knows me knows that I love BigQuery. If you agree, let me see in the emojis. All right, so the code editor has been great for interacting with Earth Engine, but making these calculations at scale requires a different approach. So I went ahead and created Earth Engine tasks for batch processing to run these calculations over all the data in 5-day increments for the past 10 years. I also set up a cloud function to run every 5 days going forward so that we'll always have fresh data. Now, just as a quick recap, we jumped into Earth Engine to evaluate earth science data that indicates climate risk for our farm fields. Now we'll have fresh drought data available in cloud storage. So just think of the power of integrating huge amounts of specialized data, giving us a complete picture of supply risk for our business. Oh, and I think I can see the poll results coming in now. It looks like lots of people are using geospatial data for all different kinds of things. And if your answer wasn't in the poll, just go ahead and let us know in the chat. So next up, Brad will transform and push this data into BigQuery for geospatial analysis with our existing data. So Brad, over to you.
Okay, that was pretty cool, Leah. Thanks. All right, so to gain more insight into how drought is impacting production, my main focus has been building out the data transformation pipeline to push farm field drought indicators from cloud storage into BigQuery. Speaking of batch processing, as you know, to assist with inventory management, price optimization, and product assortment, we use Spark to standardize our large-scale data processing, and we use Google Cloud Dataproc as our long-running clusters. For you data pros out there, we'd love to know how you're using Spark today. So let us know while I go ahead and pull up the Cloud Console. So here is a Dataproc cluster we currently use to schedule PySpark jobs. And here I'm connected to a Jupyter notebook running on the same cluster with some PySpark code. This code is typical boilerplate code you'd write to do basic data transformations. In this case, we are processing the Earth Engine files from cloud storage, performing type checking and mapping to ensure proper ingestion into BigQuery using the Spark BigQuery connector.
Hey, Brad, so this is pretty cool, but I think having a batch workflow that's scheduled on a continuously running cluster seems like it can be kind of wasteful. So is there any way we can make this more efficient?
That's a fair point, Leah. There is still some overhead in management here. And for hardened batch cases like this, it would be preferred to have these jobs run on their own discrete resources. But good news, with the new serverless option for Dataproc, we can submit a PySpark job without spinning up any infrastructure. These auto magic capabilities, I can spend more dev time writing code and less time on managing infrastructure.
All right, Brad, first off, I'm pretty sure that you just set me up for that. And second, you definitely made up that word automagic.
Yeah, but can I get some emoji love for that? Anyway, I'll now go ahead and export this notebook to a Python file using nb-convert. Okay, and next, let's go and use the Cloud SDK to submit a serverless PySpark job. We can use the Dataproc API and call batches to submit a serverless job. So I'm showing you here a PySpark job, but I can also submit Spark jobs written in Scala, Java, R, or SQL. With auto provision and auto scale, no infrastructure configuration is needed. This helps those less familiar with how to fine-tune their Spark jobs to utilize its powerful distributed data processing model. With these capabilities, there's no need to manually create and tune clusters. So once I've submitted the job, I can show it listed in the serverless Spark console, and I can click on the job to view its logs. Now, serverless Spark takes about a minute or so to auto-provision the resources as well as start writing out log output. So what I'll go ahead and do here is show you the log output from a completed job that I ran earlier. So if we click in here, we can see, okay, so I added some print statements into this job, and here it's showing me that there's some short-term drought data that's processed, some long-term drought data, and then some geographical data as well. Now, in addition to this, I can also show you the Spark history server, which is where the more details of the Spark job itself will be outputted once the job has been completed. So we can go back and debug. And then additionally, we can also gain access to metadata via Dataproc Metastore. Now, in addition to all of this, we are also looking into a new solution for creating long-running clusters or a place where our infrastructure team can manage Dataproc clusters. Now, fortunately, we feel that Spark on GKE fits our use case and lets us utilize our existing GKE infrastructure. So clearly, it's been a busy week for me using Spark serverless to create pipelines to push drought data into BigQuery. But the efficiency improvements we'll gain by not needing to manage cluster overhead will be worth it. Now, you can let me know in the chat if you're as excited about Spark serverless as I am.
Okay, let's see how everyone's using Spark today. Looks like notebooks are pretty popular.
Oh, and automation through Airflow, that's cool too. Okay, great. Thanks so much, Brad. So now that we have greater insight into supply risks, we need to scale our transaction systems to handle more orders and allow us to understand the potential business impact of these climate risks, while hopefully lowering costs. So this brings me to Derek, our DBA. Derek, you've been focusing on this effort, so can you let us know where you're at today?
Yeah, absolutely, Leah. We have a new grocery chain that has struggled to maintain their on-prem databases as they've grown. There's an opportunity to solve their underlying scaling problems with Cloud Spanner. I spent the last few weeks validating Spanner's ability to scale and the ease of maintenance while keeping strong consistency for this point-of-sale workload. I migrated some of the new chain stores to Spanner already. Using granular instance sizing, I only provisioned a portion of a Spanner node to handle the required load. As we move the remainder of stores, we can easily scale up without downtime or app changes.
Quick question, Derek. We've been really focused on reducing the cost and complexity of building scalable applications. So I'm wondering, how does adding Spanner impact that effort?
Yeah, that's a great question, Nikita. One way we've been doing this in other environments is to standardize on Postgres. Postgres is a well-established open source database with an active ecosystem that our development and ops teams are already familiar with. I tried to get the team to add an elephant emoji so y'all could show some love for Postgres, but anyway. Spanner just announced a PostgreSQL interface. This gives us the benefits of Spanner without having to completely retrain our application teams. Having a standard API for our data will help us maintain velocity for new features, even as our database needs evolve. Here, let me show you. So I've connected into our Spanner instance using the PSQL command line tool. From here, I can explore the schema just like I would any other database, any other Postgres database. You can see that both the Postgres data type and the Spanner data type is available to the information schema. So this will make it familiar to anyone who already knows Postgres.
Awesome. Thanks, Derek. This is really cool. I'm really looking forward to the scalability that this is going to bring our team.
Absolutely. And as a quick summary, I highlighted how Spanner allows us to get started small and scale as needed using granular instance sizing, and how the new PostgreSQL interface reduces friction for our teams already familiar with Postgres. Nikita and Leah, you can treat the existing data as golden, and I'll keep onboarding more stores. Nikita, I believe you need this data for some of the big query analysis you were working on. You've been busy figuring out how to evolve our ability to make sense of all this data. Can you show us how that works?
Yes, absolutely. I was hoping that you'd ask. So to ensure that we're managing stock to meet customer demand, my focus this week was on evolving our data science capabilities for exploratory analysis. I combined the transactional data that Derek's been working on with the drought data that Leah and Brad pushed into BigQuery. This way, we can gain insight into which products are most at risk of not meeting customer demand. So my first step was to integrate all of our transactional data within BigQuery, primarily using Federation with Cloud SQL and Spanner. This provides a unified environment for aggregation and analysis where we can join transactions back to producer details and the associated drought risk scores. Now, as you all know, we recently migrated to Vertex AI Workbench, which has really helped with our basic compute and resource management.
Quick question, Nikita. Is Vertex AI Workbench a notebook for Vertex AI?
That is an excellent question, Derek. Vertex AI Workbench contains recently updated managed notebooks, which bring forth more integrated data engineering capabilities into our data science environments. So we can ingest and analyze data and deploy and manage ML models all from one spot. Now let me show you a little bit about what this looks like. After I provisioned a new managed notebook, my first task was to analyze the demand on the high volume SKUs. And for that, I used the BigQuery connector to view and query the sales data. With Vertex AI Workbench, I can inspect BigQuery metadata, preview tables, and automate basic SQL construction entirely from my notebook environment. Okay, it's my turn on the emojis. I want to see the fire emoji from all the data scientists out there who are as excited as I am about being able to access BigQuery from the notebook interface. Looks like I'm not the only one.
Hey, Nikita, hold on. Sorry to interrupt your emoji fest, but I see you're working out of the Lakes project, but are able to pin other projects you have access to, like the Ops project. Is that new?
Yes, that's correct, Brad. Vertex AI Workbench actually enables me to interact with all services via my own identity. The BigQuery plugin also provides some templated code to help build out queries and project results to a pandas data frame. So here we can see, oh, looks like I just need to refresh. Sorry about that, team. I'm just going to refresh my Jupyter Lab instance here. I guess I had it open for too long.
And I guess while Nikita's doing that, like, who uses Jupyter now? Let's see the fire emojis lighting up. I see so now. I personally use it a lot in my day-to-day.
All right, thanks, Leah. So perfect. Now you can see a simple view of all transactions by the day of week. And Vertex Workbench actually also allows me to launch different kernels entirely in the same instance. So Brad, I think you were working out of a PySpark notebook earlier, is that correct?
Yeah, so Dataproc clusters are also supported as a backend as a part of Spark on Google Cloud. We can access all supported kernels on the cluster, including PySpark.
Well, for my analysis, I just needed a Python kernel. So let me show you what's going on in this notebook and what I've been up to this week. You can see here that I've done a deep dive into the data. I've plotted the transaction volume, I've created a heat map of purchase counts across various departments, and I've also plotted the short-term drought index across various crop types, like corn, dry beans, pears, and rice. But my last task, and the most important task, was to map SKUs to suppliers and calculate a risk score based on the aggregate field data. So to do this, I started with our mapping table, which you can see a sample of right here. This helped me to determine which farm fields actually source ingredients for a particular SKU. And then I calculated a weighted risk score that takes into account each product's demand and the associated farm's overall drought risk. And you can see each of these measurements in this data frame right here. Ultimately, this score will help us to prioritize managing items where we're most at risk of not meeting customer demand. So as a quick summary, I used Vertex AI Workbench managed notebooks to connect back to data accessible from BigQuery and create a weighted risk score for each one of our products, combining both climate and demand data. Leah, I went ahead and put all of this back into BigQuery just to keep it centralized.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nikita. That risk score is going to be huge in helping our team understand supply risk. So to make sure the broader team has a trusted view of all this information, I started incorporating everything into a Looker dashboard. Now with Looker, we define our metrics like average risk using LookML, Looker's data model. And Looker uses this to compile SQL queries and send them back to BigQuery on our behalf, so that our non-technical users can explore the results of these data efforts. So let me show you this dashboard that I've been working on. And first off, you can see this custom map layer that I use to visualize drought risk across farm regions in the West. And we're able to take advantage of BigQuery's geospatial functions and drill from this aggregate view all the way to producer or even grocery product level. Let me show you. So I'll drill to field ID, and then I can jump right into Looker's Explore to bring in some more fields, like maybe I want to specifically look at products that are at risk in this region where we're quickly expanding.
Making all this data accessible to the broader team is really important. So can we make sure that the marketing team is aware of this so that they know how to hold off on coupons or advertisements for these products?
Yeah, actually, we can set up a schedule from Looker so that the regional marketing teams are always notified if new products seem to go at risk. So putting this all together, we used Earth Engine to process new Earth science data signals. We used Spark to efficiently transform geospatial data and push drought indicators into BigQuery. Spanner to scale our transaction systems, ensuring we have the infrastructure to handle future growth. And Vertex AI Workbench plus Looker, backed by the power of BigQuery, to evolve our data science capabilities and surface important trends back to key decision makers. So with integrations across these services, anyone is able to explore and take action on insights that combine climate data and transactions. Now, we can understand where products may go out of stock due to increasing drought conditions, and identify areas to build resilience against changes in our climate. So with this geospatial information, we're given a whole new set of data so that we can not only be considerate of our customers, but also find ways to be more considerate of our planet. And with that, it looks like we're right about at time. So thank you so much for joining us today as we've shown how Google Cloud can offer a world-class experience for creating a scalable, unified data platform. And a special thanks to my colleagues, Nikita, for showing us Vertex AI Workbench, Derek for introducing us to Spanner and its Postgres interoperability, and Brad for walking us through Spark on Google Cloud.
And thank you, Leah, for showing us Looker and Earth Engine. Last but certainly not least, thank you all out there so much for your engagement. We love those emojis and seeing all of your comments in the chat. So stay tuned for our live Q&A, which is going to cover everything from our spotlight through this demo.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks so much, Data Cloud team. What a cool demo. I'm Dane Hansen. Welcome, everyone. I'm the Director of Product Marketing for Data Cloud. Joining me today is Garrett Kazmaier. Garrett?
Hey, Dane. I'm Garrett. I'm the Vice President of Data Analytics, Databases, and Looker. And I do look forward to everyone's questions.
I do too. A reminder that this Q&A is live. You can engage with us directly. So ask your questions, say hi in the chat, hit those emojis. And if you can't, just go back to the Next Event website and click on the blue Join the Interactive Experience button.
So let us jump right in. But before we do, I do want to see what you liked most today. So we had a quite exciting set of announcements. And is it for you? Let's go bigger query. Is it big Spark it up? Is it Postgres for all on Spanner? Or is it show me the Earth engine?
So while we wait for those results, tell me, Garrett, what are you most excited about?
I'm really excited about two things, openness and simplicity. All of our announcements were made to make data more accessible, more simple to use, from Postgres for Spanner, from cross-cloud analytics with Omni, from serverless Spark, from Looker and Tableau. Everything is in the spirit of making data simple to work with and creating an open ecosystem around GCP for working with data.
That's right. And being open and simple is really what it's all about. And it's what we saw from the demo as well. Just a reminder that our friends from the live demo are sticking around to help answer the questions. So you might see their faces throughout the show. And looks like we've got some of the poll results. It's all about BigQuery. Look at those hearts come in. So this is really good.
Let's go bigger query.
All right, so let's get into our first question. It's from Tiana. She asks about the availability of Earth Engine. We saw the great demo earlier from the team. How can folks get their hands on this? How can they access it? And another follow-up question, which is, how does it work with BigQuery GIS?
Awesome. Hey, Tiana, awesome question. So first of all, Google Earth Engine is now in preview, which means that you can go to google.com/Earth Engine preview and register. And we will be reaching out to you to set you up with an account. The second key piece of what you have seen earlier is that in Earth Engine, you have a data lake of satellite imagery, and you get the means to do geospatial analysis on imagery data. And that results, they can be brought into BigQuery to mash them up with all of the data you have residing there, or using BigQuery ML, for instance, as we have seen. So all in all, awesome package, a lot of data, and a great integration directly back into BigQuery.
I love this, and it's really what only Google can provide with the best of Earth's data and the best of our analytics solution. This is a great solution.
That's exactly right.
So another question comes in from Chris. Multi-cloud. Look, this is an exciting area. We just released BigQuery Omni as a general availability. It's exciting. What is Google's plans around data management? Does it have plans, Garrett, to expand our multi-cloud approach to other data management services?
Great question, Chris. And I think it all starts from recognizing a basic fact. For the majority of companies, multi-cloud is a reality. And when we talk about data silos, we have to recognize that a modern data silo is a multi-cloud data silo. And with BigQuery Omni, we wanted to bring simplicity to multi-cloud, which means that you can do cross-cloud analytics. And we are constantly evaluating which of our data services make sense in an Omni delivery, and basically following where our customer scenarios, where you are taking us to. And you can expect much more to come in that direction.
This is great. And it's great to see us really go forward with multi-cloud as more and more companies are using that as their norm. Right?
I think it's 90% of the companies that we've surveyed actually say that multi-cloud for them is the reality they are living in today. So let's blaze through that complexity and deliver multi-cloud, cross-cloud analytics.
Okay, good, good. Thank you, Garrett. Next question comes in from Anand at CVS Health. He asks this question to Leah, actually. So Leah, is there any map that reveals all the services? I think you might have shown this at the tail end of the demo, but maybe you could go back and do sort of an overview about the visualizations, the capabilities of Looker. How does Looker and BigQuery play a role with the visualizations for that map of Earth Engine?
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Dane. So basically, I think what this question is asking is if you can visualize the actual semantic model that you're creating in Looker to connect all your different data assets. And actually, earlier this year, Looker launched the LookML diagram, which is available in Looker's marketplace. So you can directly in Looker create a visualization of your data model, whether your data is in BigQuery, Spanner, or other places that are connected to Looker. So check it out.
That's awesome. Thank you, Leah. The next question comes in around our Cloud SQL and Cloud Spanner capabilities. We offer both capabilities today, as you know, Garrett. Which one is for which purpose? Could you talk a little bit about how Spanner is our fully managed database service? What is your recommendation of what use cases to use Cloud SQL as well as Cloud Spanner?
That is a great question, because both of them are actually pretty awesome services. Cloud SQL is really a managed service where you can decide whether you want Postgres or MySQL. And it's really for those customers who want to leverage basically perfect compatibility with the Postgres or the MySQL ecosystem, use all of the packages, use everything which is around that type of system. And it's a really highly reliable, high-performance managed service that we are providing. Spanner sits on the other end of the spectrum, if you like. It's a cloud-native database. It combines a unique set of abilities. It has 5 nines of availability. That is unheard of. It has global consistency. It's horizontally scaling. All of the things that you want to use when you're building massively scaling global applications. And so if you're looking on that spectrum where it's really about scale and yet having strong consistency, then Spanner is the way to go. And the good news is, from today's announcement, that you can use Spanner with a Postgres interface, which means that you don't need to relearn or take another tool set chain in order to work with it. You can basically seamlessly apply your Postgres skills and go cloud native with Google Cloud Spanner.
That's awesome. Let me ask another question. It's about our recent partnership with Tableau. This is a pretty exciting partnership. We've done a lot with them. And could you talk a little bit about how this strategy and this partnership helps our Looker customers specifically?
It is really about simplicity and openness. This announcement means that if you are a Tableau customer, you will be able to use Looker's semantic models built in LookML for trusted data access, for data governance, for high-performance database access. If you are a Looker customer, it means that you can add Tableau's self-service data visualization right onto your Looker scenario. So the bottom line is that it makes working with data more simple. It helps our customers who are trying to find the right balance between self-service and flexibility and strong governance and semantics. It really brings together the best out of 2 worlds.
No, it's great. And I think it's really a reflection of our open strategy for the data cloud. Again, it brings more community, more customers, more use cases, more capabilities that we can bring as part of one ecosystem.
That's exactly right.
That's awesome. The next question comes in from Andrew. It's another question to actually Nikita about the live demo. We showed an integration of Vertex AI. How does this work with BigQuery ML or BigQuery machine learning? Nikita, could you take that question?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So for those of you who don't know what BigQuery ML is, it basically allows you to build and train machine learning models with just a few lines of SQL. So in the demo, we showed how you can use Vertex AI Workbench to have access to essentially the BigQuery console, but from a notebook interface, which I'm super excited about. So you could actually create and train your ML models in SQL and do all of this from the notebook interface, but still have that connection to BigQuery and be able to use whatever tabular data you have stored in your BigQuery.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Nikita. Next question comes in from Jeff, another question on Looker. Could you talk a little bit about how the Looker is enabling these new sets of API-driven experiences? Specifically, Jeff's asking, what are the considerations that we should have in place for the way we integrate it with other tools that we should be using? Could you talk a little bit about how we can now connect with Sheets? So there's some new things that we connect with Looker.
Hey, Jeff. Awesome question. And I do want to pretext it with the following statement. Looker is going to be a key element of any data landscape. Basically, what Looker is doing, it's giving you 2 amazing things. One is it gives you a modeled semantic layer, basically where you can describe your data landscape with very rich annotations. And this semantic layer is connected directly to the database system. For instance, when it runs on BigQuery, it completely delegates all of the queries right into BigQuery, so it delivers stellar performance. And Looker as a whole has a pretty amazing API-first concept, which means that it is so beyond BI. It allows you to build data-rich applications. It allows you to basically renovate your custom experience, your websites, your internal applications, and make them really data-rich. And last but not least, it kind of gave it away here, we are also integrating more and more products with Looker semantic model. For instance, we are adding connected sheets as a way how you can analyze and discover data described in LookML. So check it out. It's going to make a big difference in your landscape as well.
This is great. We are almost out of time, so we're just going to take one more question before wrapping things up. The last question is from Gerard. He talks about how at USDA, many of the methods are using different visualizations. So whether it's Tableau or ESRI, how does this complement our strategy with how we're connecting all this data? It's over 50 petabytes of data. How do we connect all that data with Earth Engine and enable all these different ways to process it with these different tools?
Absolutely. Hey, Gerard, great question. So first of all, it starts with making sure that there is data. And with Earth Engine, you get this amazing data lake of satellite imagery and GIS data available to you. The second piece is that you need to have a powerful processing framework. And by the integration to BigQuery, you can use the most scaling, the fastest warehousing system on this planet to analyze this data alongside with all of the rest of your data, of your business data. And last but not least, like you said, it's about complete openness. The announcements that we have shared today with LookML allows you that you can connect Tableau, connected sheets, Looker visualizations, all on top of that right to it, and make sure that you are using the visualizations tool that you like the most. But before we close it off, because I think we are out of time, Dane and I have a very important message for all of you, and here it goes.
Right here. Thanks to Garrett, as well as our friends over on the demo set, for answering some great questions, and it's really been awesome hearing from all of you. Now be sure to hop back over to the next website. Javier Soltero will share all the great things happening with Google Workspace. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Google Cloud Next. All right, we've had a lot of great content so far, and I have to say, I learned a lot just now watching the Data Cloud session. I hope you're ready for even more. I'm Javier Soltero, Vice President and General Manager for Google Workspace, and I'm super excited to be with you today. Though, to be honest, I really was hoping we could all be in person by now. Since flexibility is one of the key themes for today, we'll embrace what we have to work with, even if we can't be together. Although the last 18 months have been filled with uncertainty, we continue to be inspired by customers and users who found new ways to create and stay connected. Driving innovation and embracing change are always challenges for every business. Whether you're 10 people or 100,000, the goal seems simple. Empower your teams to work effectively together, in part by ensuring that your technology is an enabler, not a blocker. As we've evolved Google Workspace, we've been focused on helping individuals, teams, and entire organizations drive innovation and greater impact with the tools they use every day. And flexibility has been foundational to our approach. It's why we decided to not only be cloud first, but cloud only. It's why we've always prioritized user choice. It's why we take a zero trust approach to security, and why we make sure any product innovation we introduce is truly built for everyone. And those principles are core to why our customers choose us. Millions of companies, schools, government agencies, and other organizations rely on Google Workspace to help them navigate whatever challenges they may face. They're also a big contributor to our own continued success as a business. Google has run on what is now Google Workspace for the last 15 plus years, and it's part of why we have been able to continue to innovate and adapt as we've scaled. In that time, we've grown to over 144,000 employees, made 213 acquisitions, added dozens of offices around the world, and more than quadrupled the number of annual searches we support. We've weathered changing market conditions and user preferences and competitive challenges, just like any business, just like your business. One constant for us has always been our tools, which were designed to meet ever-shifting needs and circumstances.